Over the past several years in Hollywood, it should be becoming perfectly clear to these people in the entertainment industry that if you want to market a movie by saying, hey, you, the target audience, go screw yourselves. We don't want you anymore. We're not making this for you. But at the same time, if you don't go support this, well, we're going to call you a bigot. We're going to call you a homophobe. We're going to call you a racist. As it turns out, this is not the best marketing strategy to get people to come out and support your movie. And Billy Eichner found that out the hard way with his woke gay rom-com Bros, which absolutely tanked at the box office. It was only a few weeks ago when it had its opening weekend that fell way short of projections. Actor Billy Eichner launches tirade at straight people after his LGBTQ rom-com Bros bombs. And that's exactly what happened. Once he saw these numbers that were out there, once he saw that people weren't going to support, he decided he needed a scapegoat. And that, of course, was straight people, the same target of the vitriol that was in Bros the movie. Not just in the movie, but also in the promotional material. Like, that's what they did to promote this movie. They attacked straight people. But then you bitch when they don't come to your stupid movie? Yeah, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but neither does woke Hollywood. And so what do we have now? Billy Eichner said, well, rom-coms, maybe that's just a dying brand. That's what the mainstream media try to do to protect it. Evidently, Billy Eichner has more bad news because not only was Bros just a failure in general, but it also is the lowest grossing rom-com for Universal this year because they did release others. Not like they're putting a ton out there, but they did release other movies, and all of them fucking demolished Bros. It's almost like there's something different about Bros that isn't attractive to the target demographic for rom-coms. Maybe the women that usually go see rom-coms aren't interested in watching two dudes fucking. That's all I'm saying. That might be the case, but let's look into the numbers here. Billy Eichner's Bros is officially Universal Pictures' lowest performing rom-com of 2022. And we could even look at the daily box office take. So this was for Thursday. We don't have the numbers for Friday yet, but how far do you have to scroll to see Bros? Well, I'll show you. All the way down here, we're talking about Bros making $19,000 in one day at the box office. About $31 per theater that it's in per day. That is fucking pathetic, but that's the story of Billy Eichner. That's the story of Bros. And as you can see, this thing is effectively flatlined. It's not going to make any more money. It's certainly not going to do anything internationally because half the countries they'd want to release it in are going to have a problem with this movie. This is a failure on every single level. Not only was the budget $22 million, but reportedly the marketing was off the chain. We're talking $30-40 million for marketing of what would normally be like a $10 to $20 million marketing flick. This is horrendous for Bros and for Billy Eichner, but it just gets more embarrassing when you look at these different numbers. It's been a rough month for Bros creator and star Billy Eichner, and unfortunately, the latest box office numbers won't leave him in a better mood. In 2022, Universal Studios released a total of 3 romantic comedies, starting in February with Jennifer Lopez and Owen Wilson's vehicle, Marry Me. We don't care about this story because I am not a woman, but I am interested in the box office results. Marry Me made $49 million against a $23 million production budget. So definitely not raking in the money or anything, but likely just kind of getting by when you look at a $23 million production budget. Then it was Bros, which Eichner disingenuously promoted as the first rom-com about gay men ever produced by a major studio, which obviously is not true. However, it might be the first one that was marketed that way. The first one that was marketed solely by, hey, this is gay, and if you don't support it, you're a fucking bigot. That's what they did, and they bragged about, in front of and behind the camera. This movie was made exclusively by people that are not straight, members of the LGBTQ plus IA whatever community. If I went out to make something or, hire a staff or whatever, and I said, you know what, there's one requirement. You got to be straight. You have to be straight, and if you're not, I'm just not going to fucking hire you. People might call that discriminatory. People might call that bigoted, and they would be right, but they're not going to call that out when it comes to something like Bros because it fits their narrative. Revolving around the story of 2 gay New York City bachelors who consider giving up their life of constant sexual encounters in order to go steady, Bros bombed at the box office. We just looked at all those numbers. And of course, what did Billy Eichner say? That's the world we live in, unfortunately. Even with glowing reviews, great Rotten Tomato scores, A+ cinema, straight people, especially in certain parts of the country, just didn't show up for Bros, and that's disappointing. And that was when he said, if you're not a homophobic weirdo, go see Bros. He, of course, deleted that tweet. We caught him in real time when he did it. We made a video because, yes, we do keep the receipts here, Billy Eichner. Well, if Eichner was upset about how the straw man version of straight audiences had reacted to the film, the recent box office for the third rom-com isn't going to make him happier. It's not just a rom-coms don't make money thing. It's a Bros doesn't make money. Because George Clooney and Julia Roberts' Ticket to Paradise did big numbers at the box office, at least when you're looking at these other romantic comedies. It brought in over $22 million in the first week alone. First week run at the domestic box office made twice as much as Bros did. When you factor in internationally, $87 million already internationally. Sorry, $84.7 million internationally. It is far outpacing Bros. So it's not the fact that people aren't going to see rom-coms, because they are. It's almost like if you make something with the sole intention of shitting on the audience, of shitting on people of a certain sexual orientation, then maybe people aren't going to show up for it. And the sooner Hollywood learns this, the sooner these fucking idiots like Billy Eichner learn this, the better off the entertainment industry will be. Unfortunately, the route we're going down, they are either unwilling or just so fucking ignorant that it's never going to happen. They're going to continue to crash and burn, continue to make flops, and continue to make things that lose money because they want to push their narrative. Let me know what you think about this in the comments below. Bros is a complete and total box office failure. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, share this video out there, and I'll talk to you later. Thanks for watching, everyone, and a huge shout out to my patrons. I appreciate you guys so much. Want to follow me on Twitter or Instagram? Check out the description below. You'll find links to my P.O. box and my Patreon as well. And I'll talk to you guys later.